All right, we've got 50 chapters of this book, so let's jump right into chapter 12 of Genesis in the World English Bible. Now Yahweh said to Abram, "Leave your country and your relatives and your father's house and go to the land that I will show you. I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great. You will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who treats you with contempt. All the families of the earth will be blessed through you." So Abram went as Yahweh had told him. Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Abram took Sarai his wife, Lot his brother's son, all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people whom they had acquired in Haran, and they went to go into the land of Canaan. They entered into the land of Canaan. Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, to the oak of Moreh. At that time Canaanites were in the land. Yahweh appeared to Abram and said, "I will give this land to your offspring." But there were Canaanites there. Oh, right, they were cursed, huh? Canaan's dad walked in on Canaan's grandfather, naked, drunk, saw his junk, his nakedness, covered it up, and was cursed for that. And so now these Canaanites are here in the land, but Yahweh's saying, "I promise this to you, and I don't foresee good things happening to these Canaanites." Yahweh's a fucking relentless dick, and even though these people in particular did nothing wrong, they're descendants of someone who was cursed, so Yahweh's probably going to kick them out in the most horrifying way. But that's just a prediction. Baseless speculation. I mean, you could argue it's based on the characterization of God so far, but no, baseless speculation. Let's see what happens. He built an altar there to Yahweh, who had appeared to him. He left from there to go to the mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he built an altar to Yahweh, and called on Yahweh's name. Abram traveled, still going on toward the south. There was a famine in the land. Abram went down into Egypt to live as a foreigner there, for the famine was severe in the land. When he had come near to enter Egypt, wait a second. They entered into the land of Canaan. Yahweh appeared and said, "I will give this land to your offspring." He built an altar there, and then he left from there to go to the mountain, and then he traveled, still going on toward the south. So when it says there was a famine in the land, I'm assuming it doesn't mean Canaan, where God was like, "This land will be for your offspring. Oops, no food." I mean, that is classic God, but it might mean the land that Abram is currently traveling through, having gone to the mountain and then south of there. Maybe there was a famine in that land, and so Abram goes to Egypt. I don't even know where Abram's going in the first place, but now he's in Egypt to live as a foreigner there because the famine was so bad. When he had come near to enter Egypt, he said to Sarai his wife, "See now, I know that you are a beautiful woman to look at. It will happen that when the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' They will kill me, but they will save you alive. Please say that you are my sister, that it may be well with me for your sake, and that my soul may live because of you. If you're my wife, they'll kill me. If you're my sister, they won't. You're so beautiful, they're definitely gonna take you." When Abram had come into Egypt, Egyptians saw that the woman was very beautiful. The princes of Pharaoh saw her and praised her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. He dealt well with Abram for her sake. He had sheep, cattle, male donkeys, male servants, female donkeys, and camels. I assume by servants we mean slaves. Yahweh afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. Pharaoh called... Wait a second, what? Yahweh afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. Is it because they're lusting after her? Why is she causing plagues? Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this that you have done to me? Why didn't you tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister so that I took her to be my wife? Now therefore see your wife, take her, and go your way." Pharaoh commanded men concerning him, and they escorted him away with his wife and all that he had. Abram's a cuck. He cucked himself for God. He let Pharaoh... No, actually, he didn't cuck himself for God. He cucked himself for his own fucking skin. He was like, "Dude, if they know you're my wife, they're gonna kill me so they can marry you. But if we pretend you're not married, now I understand." It was the marriage that was important. It wasn't necessarily that he was married to her. It was just that she was married, and a wife can't have two husbands. That's just crazy. Husbands can have as many wives as they want, but a wife can't have two men. Which one will she bang? Both? That's gay. I don't know. Like, was this the problem? I genuinely don't know. I have to guess. The information is not here. Why did God plague Pharaoh? because the woman was sleeping with a guy who wasn't her husband, God afflicts Pharaoh and his house with great plagues, probably a lot of collateral damage, because of a lie that Abram told his wife to tell and a lie that his wife is telling. Why is Pharaoh suffering? I mean, Abram did say that if we say you're my wife, they'll kill me, and that might have been true. And in that case, Pharaoh's a dickhead. It seems like everyone in the story is a dickhead, and I assume that's because it was written by a dickhead who assumes that this is how both all humans are and also God, because he's such a small-minded dickhead. I don't know, actually. I think Abram was overreacting in the first place, because now that Pharaoh has discovered the ruse, he's not, well, let's fucking kill Abram and make this shit legal. He's like, ew, gross. Ew, just go. I don't even, what? Why did you do this? Get out of here. And Abram's like, fucking pulled it off. And his wife's like, why did I bang that guy for so long? What was all that, Abram? And he's like, God's will. It's so stupid, man. Come on. Now let's read the same retarded shit, but fancier. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will shew thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Well, no, that's not what you just said. Not all families of the earth, only the families of the earth that blessed the one that you have blessed. You're picking favorites again, and you're demanding that we all play along, and if we don't agree with your choice of favorite person, we get cursed. Cool. Thanks, God. That's gonna make it real easy to criticize them when they fuck up. You realize you're giving this power to humans, right? Like, as much as you like Abram and his kids, they are humans. They're gonna make fucking human shitty mistakes. But if we call them out for it, now we get cursed? Well, that's not very fair. Fuck you, God. You're a piece of shit. I mean, if you were real. If there is a real God, it's not fucking this one. It can't be this one. This one is impossibly terrible. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him, and Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran, and they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, and into the land of Canaan they came. The souls that they had gotten into Haran, I assume that just means like either people or belongings. Yeah, people is what the World English Bible says. It's not like it's a jar of his souls. And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Sichem, unto the plain of Moreh, and the Canaanite was then in the land. And the Lord appeared unto Abram and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Hai on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. It's a good thing to say to your wife. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that, when Abram was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman that she was very fair. The princes also of Pharaoh saw her, and commended her before Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. And he entreated Abram well for her sake, and he had sheep and oxen, and he asses and menservants and maidservants, and she asses and camels. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Why saidst thou, She is my sister? So I might have taken her to me to wife. Now therefore behold thy wife, take her, and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife, and all that he had. Like, Abram gets away with it. He gets away with lying, he gets all these, great deals, and then he gets to leave with his life. His wife, I guess, also gets away with it. She seems more of just an accomplice. Like, she's just along for the ride, you know. But yeah, Abram seems like a piece of shit. I don't know why we're following this guy, but maybe it'll make more sense when we get to chapter 13. Thank you for watching another Bible video.